Today we're going to look at solving equations that are given in a system. Systems of linear equations. A system of equations is simply a group of two or more equations which are solved at the same time, simultaneously. Now there are two methods that we're going to look at by which we can do this. The first method is called the substitution method, and it is basically that. You will solve one of the equations for either the x or the y. In this first example, I already see that the second equation is solved for y, so it makes it kind of easy just to take the negative 3x plus 22, since that's what y is equal to, and substitute it into the y of the first equation. So now what I'm going to have is x minus 2, and then I'll replace that y with the negative 3x plus 22. And that will equal to my original negative 2 that I had there. Now let me go through and solve it. I will do the distributive property to remove my parentheses. So negative times negative gives me positive 6x. Negative times positive will give me negative 44. Then I will combine my like terms in the front. 1 plus 6 would be 7x. Then I'm going to move that 44 over. Now remember, when you move terms side to side, change the sign. And now I'm going to divide by the 7 in front, so I have x equals 6. Now that is part of the answer. The solution to a system will be an ordered pair. So the x6 would be part of that answer. We now must go back and resubstitute into either equation to get the y. It's normally easier to use this second equation here. So I now know that the x is a 6. I will substitute that 6 in for x and answer it. So negative 3 times 6 is negative 18 plus 22. That's going to be my y. So my y is going to equal to 4. That gives me the complete answer. When you write the answer to this, you need to write it as an ordered pair, using both the x and the y coordinates. The second way that we can solve a system by addition is right here. Now, sometimes addition method is just perfect, because with the addition method, you will line up your like terms. Make sure you do that first. Line up like terms. This first example already has them lined up, and then we will just draw a line and add. So 4 plus 4 gives me 8x. Positive 3 minus 3 is 0, so those cancel. Bring down the equals. 12 plus 12 is 24. Then I will divide by 8, so x is equal to 3. Part of that answer has a 3. The x coordinate is 3. But you will still have to use substitution to get the y coordinate. So let me go into that first equation and substitute my 3. It doesn't matter whether you substitute into the first or the second equation. But if I choose the first one, I'll get 12 plus 3y equals 12. I will move that 12 over, and it gives me 0. 3y equals 0, divide by 3. So that would be 0. So my complete answer would be 3, 0 as an ordered pair. Now on my second example for the addition method, notice my like terms are already lined up. I have x's, y's, the equal sign has to be lined up, and the constants. But if I add these together, nothing will cancel out like the y's did over here. So I'm going to try to make something happen. What could I multiply the x by so that it would cancel with that 2? You're right. Multiply it by a negative 2. That is legal to do as long as you multiply everything. So what I'm going to have is negative 2x, negative 8y, and positive 56. That will now be my first equation. Then I bring over my second equation, 2x plus 3y equals negative 9. Now you see the x terms cancel. Negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5y. 56 minus 9. Oh my, I made a careless mistake. That's not 56. Let me go in here and correct that. When I was distributing negative 2x, negative 8y, I guess I just saw that 8 and 7 and just accidentally called it 56, but it really is negative 2 times negative 7 is 14. There we go. And 14 minus 9 is 5. Then I will divide by negative 5. I guess that proves even the teacher can make a mistake. So y equals negative 1. Now remember, I need a complete answer, so my y term is a negative 1. I need to get my x term. Let me substitute. I think the first equation might be easier. So x plus 4y equals negative 7 was my first equation. Let me substitute in the y number, negative 1. That gives me x minus 4 equals negative 7. Move that 4 over and change the sign. So that's going to give me a negative 3. Yes. So that would be my second complete answer. And that's how you solve a system, either by substitution or addition method.